Weddings can cost many couples a fortune, and a lot of people don't mind paying for it if it means having the wedding of their dreams.
But before you book with a venue, a florist, or even a food vendor, are you sure that you're really going to get what you're paying for? NBC5's Samantha Chapman joins us with 2 tips to avoid wedding ripoffs.
That's right, Christy. So a lot of brides may be thinking this could never happen to me, but I have heard some crazy stories. Wedding venues that have closed and the food arriving really cold. We don't want that to happen to you. So we want to have some tips for you on your big day.
Hi, ladies. This one? Yeah, it's It's all about giving you a luxury experience. Perfect.
For many couples in North Texas, the wedding planning season has officially started.
About 60 to 65% of all engagements happen between Thanksgiving and Valentine's. So this is the time of year when it's all coming together.
And in the age of social media, many people are taking the do-it-yourself approach.
Like cakes, flowers, small things that I feel like I could possibly do myself.
But celebrity wedding planner Donnie says be careful because pics online can sometimes be deceiving.
There's the millennials that are going out and they're shopping on Instagram and they're shopping on Pinterest and they're going after the companies that way. There's really no way of knowing who the reputable companies are versus the not so reputable companies. I have seen websites with pictures of my work on them, but those kind of things happen.
Donnie says use social media as a launching point, a place you gain some inspiration. But when it's time to actually book, put on that investigative hat and know exactly who you're dealing with. Let's start with the cake.
Some companies will bake them a week or 2 in advance. Have you ever had 2-week-old cake? Talk to other brides, look at reviews, and make sure that it's going to taste as good at your wedding as it did in the tasting.
Food vendors. We've gotten complaints about food vendors. The food wasn't good. The food came cold. What should people do?
A bad caterer is not going to be able to produce a good tasting. They're just not good.
And that's why Donnie says it's so important to have someone at your tasting with a culinary background. Have the best cook in your family sit down and try the food with you.
I'll sit in the tasting and I will personally critique every single thing on that menu.
When it comes to the venue, Donnie says a contract is a must. Expect to put down a deposit to lock in your date. This protects not only the consumer, but the company as well.
You're not only buying their services and their goods, you're also buying their date. So you have to consider the fact that how many clients have come in and wanted to book that date, but they didn't take them because you already had it reserved.
And here's a pro tip. Anything you buy or book for your wedding, from your dress to the flowers, try your hardest to pay with a credit card.
And a lot of people say, well, I don't want to rack up debt. Well, don't rack up debt. Just pay it at the end of the month. Plus, most credit cards these days have discounts and rewards and points and miles and, get some benefit from this. This is one of the biggest expenses of your entire life.
And Donnie says if a venue or caterer refuses to let you pay with a credit card, that could be a big red flag. He says a majority of the businesses out there, they're in it for the right reasons, and with a little extra homework on the consumer's end, everything should be just fine. He also said consider hiring a wedding planner. Some may be thinking, oh, that's just another cost, but he says he's so good in the business and knows all of the vendors and stuff, he can get discounts for you, and it ends up offsetting the price of the actual planner, so he could actually save you some money.
So
just a thought.
Worth the cost there, huh?
That's what he says.
All right. Thanks, Sam. And if you